Welcome back, everyone, to the council session. I'm glad to be here as the new council president, and I just want to say thank you to everyone who is here. Thank you to my colleagues, particularly to Councilmember Balcom for nominating me this morning, and to all my colleagues for their words of encouragement and support as we start on this next year together. I do again want to thank Councilmember Friedson for his leadership this last year. As we've all said this morning, through unanticipated challenges, you have really led this body with steadiness under pressure, and we thank you for that. You doubled down on your longstanding commitment to transparency and efficiency in government while fostering good government. And you've continued to uplift the values that make Montgomery County an outstanding community. I appreciate your leadership and friendship, and as I said earlier today, while we sit in these seats for a moment in time, the mark you have left on this county is going to live for generations. So thank you. To my council colleagues, again, I greatly appreciate all of your support and trust in me to lead this council. My priority is to ensure that our work is collaborative, accountable, and that we always strive to find the best path forward for our residents. This year will be a challenge, as we have all said, but what gives me hope right now is that I will be part of a group of people who share the goal of ensuring Montgomery County lives up to our values of being a welcoming and inclusive community with a thriving economy and the best education system to prepare our young people and families for the future. I'm really looking forward to working with each of you individually and as a group, because each of us have unique expertise and talents, and together, as we bring all that together, we work wonderfully for the people of Montgomery County. Councilmember Jawando, I look forward to working with you in your new role as Vice President of the Council as we navigate both the challenges and opportunities. I am saying this is a little disconcerting, being up here like in this different, in the different seats. I think we're creatures of habit, and it's going to take a little bit to get used to it. I want to thank my office family. My chief, Cecily Thorne, Paul B. Ellis, Diana Carrillo, Karen Kocher McCabe, Deborah Getachew, and Andrew Gelman for their support and commitment to our work, and also for really centering the people and the residents we serve. And I would be remiss if I did not also thank the Friedson office for all the great work that has happened this year, and particularly the Chief of Staff, Cindy Gibson. Thank you so much for everything and for being such a support to my office, and I know moving forward into this next year, you'll continue to do so. And I want to thank our Executive Director, Craig Howard, and the entire Council Central staff for their dedication, knowledge, and thoughtfulness, and overall amazing work that helps keeping us moving forward. I say this with all sincerity. It is a privilege and an honor to come to work with each and every one of you every single day. You represent really what is best about our government and our community. So thank you. And of course, to my own family, who is still here through all the speeches, for your love and support. To my mother-in-law, Barbara, thank you for your encouragement and support throughout the years. And in particular, for making sure I at least eat one home-cooked meal sitting down a week. Thank you. To my husband, who is a wonderful listener and takes long walks to help me keep grounded. To my children, who probably aren't watching, just know, though, you are my inspiration and a constant reminder of why we do this work. And to my dad, who we may not always see eye to eye on politics, but who has always supported my work. I just want to thank everyone. We've done some looking back already this morning on the last year, and this council has been very unified in advancing many of our shared priorities. We've balanced many urgent needs in our community, increased funding for programs to assist the unhoused, tackle food insecurity, addressed our mental health crisis, bolster services for our LGBTQ+ community, and provided record funding for our public schools. And we did it all, thank you to the leadership of Councilmember Friedson, with record levels of public engagement. We've passed measures to strengthen tenant protections, address our urgent affordable housing crisis, and reduce waste and noise pollution. We continue to work to attract new businesses and industry to our county and support those businesses that are already here. We've worked closely with Montgomery County Police and the executive branch to make our community safer by advancing the use of technologies in ways that also protect our civil liberties and privacy. And before Marylanders voted to enshrine abortion rights in our state constitution, this council doubled down on Montgomery County's commitment to protect reproductive rights. We've been able to do all of this together because this council understands that we are bigger than one person alone, and we are stronger when we put our heads together, roll up our sleeves, and work to support the common good. So looking ahead, with a new administration coming into the White House, we know our local communities will be uniquely impacted by federal changes. In the face of adversity, we must be united in one sense of purpose. As we enter Montgomery County's 250th year and reflect upon our shared history, it is up to all of us to come together and keep Montgomery County moving forward. Like we did the last time we saw this president, and through a global pandemic and economic recession, we will continue to stay true to our values by advancing the programs and services and institutions that make Montgomery County so great. We already started to do this work, and under the leadership of Councilmember Friedson and myself, we've been working with our colleagues and county departments to hold a resource fair this Sunday, December 8th from 1 to 4 p.m. here at the across the street at the Executive Office Building, because we want to make sure that right out of the gate here, people know the resources we have in the county to support them. As we face this coming January, we want to make sure that we are prepared as possible here in Montgomery County. And we want to make clear that while the occupant of the White House may change in January, we are not changing who we are in Montgomery County. And also over the next year, we're going to continue to focus on growing our economy by supporting businesses and entrepreneurs in a fair and equitable way, and continue to forge a path as a global leader in the life sciences. Last week, a number of us celebrated the second year of the Institute of Health Computing, and we look forward to the advances that collaboration will foster. As was said last week, the future of health is happening now, and it's right here in North Bethesda. We commit to boosting the availability of housing and affordable housing, especially along our transit corridors and near job centers. We will advance engineering, enforcement, and education to make our streets safer for all road users, and work with regional partners on a sustainable future for our metro system as we advance our climate, transportation, and economic goals. We will continue to support the Green Bank and advance our climate change goals while working to cut energy costs. And, renovations are always really important. Making the county more resilient and our own buildings more resilient in the face of potential disasters. We will advance strategic measures to keep our streams and waterways clean by protecting our local ecosystem that inspired Rachel Carson 62 years ago to write Silent Spring. We will bolster our world-class education system by working in partnership with our new superintendent and our Board of Education. I just want to say congratulations to the new Board of Education members who were just sworn in yesterday, because we're going to provide our students and educators the tools they need to succeed and continue the strong partnerships we have with Montgomery College and the universities at Shady Grove. We'll expand comprehensive mental health services and work collaboratively across county agencies and community partners to address the mental health needs of our community with a multi-pronged approach, and amplify services and advance our welcoming, inclusive Montgomery County. And we're going to do that by continuing our work on racial equity, both internally here at the council and externally, to ensure that policies we pass are advancing equity and dismantling historic institutional racism. It has been 5 years since the prior council passed the Racial Equity and Social Justice Act under the leadership of Councilmember Nancy Navarro, and we've done so much work to advance this. And we still need to do more, and we'll continue to do so. We will continue to uplift immigrant rights and ensure the safety of all of our community members. We commit to providing funding for services to support our LGBTQ+ community, assist those in the federal workforce who call Montgomery County home, and ensure that pregnant individuals continue to have access to the best reproductive care and control over their healthcare decisions. We will do all of this because this is who we are in Montgomery County, and this is what we believe in. As chair of the Government Operations and Fiscal Policy Committee, as Councilmember Balcom pointed out, I will continue to ensure all of our actions are guided by our responsibility to the Montgomery County taxpayers. For years, we've continually put forth sound fiscal policies that have shown up in our consistent AAA bond rating and our strong workforce. This council has and will continue to carefully maintain both bold and progressive policies and strong fiscal responsibility. Specifically, over the next year, we'll be working with our community partners, departments, and agencies to ensure we have an interconnected, accessible, and holistic system to address mental health issues. And I know this is something this council is going to rise to because so many individuals on this body have expertise and a passion for this work. And I look forward to working with all of you because we have a duty to make sure that mental health services are treated the same as physical health services and to provide a comprehensive approach for those in need of assistance, regardless of age, background, or income. We must work with our community partners to address stigma and create not only culturally competent resources and services, but ensure that we are culturally humble as we engage on these issues. The mental health crisis is not unique to us here in Montgomery County. Since COVID-19 across the country, we have seen a rise in youth mental health crisis, the crisis around serious mental health illness such as schizophrenia and bipolar disorder, and the ongoing substance use and addiction crisis. What is unique here about Montgomery County and our strength is our diversity, our compassion, and our dedication to creating the best systems and policies to address these crises. I look forward to working with all of you to raise awareness of the excellent work already taking place and uncovering the gaps where more work needs to be done. So, with unity and accountability to our residents, I'm confident that the Montgomery County is well prepared to meet this historic moment. I look forward to getting to work on behalf of this great community that I am privileged to serve and grateful to call home. And that is the end of all the speeches, I think, this morning. So thank you all for your patience.